Attention, newly enlisted Helldivers, and a special salute to our freshly forged Xbox divers, answering the call of Super Earth for the very first time. You've chosen the path of bravery, liberty, and occasionally being crushed by your own orbital barrage. Welcome.
Democratic probability of your survival on your first dive, 43%. But don't worry, this is a very respectable number for new recruits. We'll fix that today.
Don't forget that we included timestamps below so you can get the info you need democratically. Today I'm joined by two of my finest Ranger officers, frontline veterans who've spilled more bug and bot oil than most cadets spill coffee in the barracks. And our very own Meridia AI, built after the creation of the Meridian Singularity.
Greetings, cadets. I'm Grizzly, Intelligence Officer of the Rangers and local Truth Enforcer. I do my best to provide relevant and, most importantly, Ministry-approved information to your Super Destroyer report logs. None of that speculation stuff here, just pure freedom and truth. Truly, I hope to see you on the front lines, whether you're green or just finding out about the Rangers.
Salutations, cadets. I'm Ganko, one of the founders of the Rangers. I've walked through more hot zones than I care to count, and I'm here to share the kind of lessons that will keep you alive when the drop pod doors open. My job isn't pulling the trigger, it's making sure you know when to fire, where to move, and how to think like a Ranger. Out there, discipline and precision aren't just ideals, they are survival.
And I am Meridia, your incorruptible and democratic AI companion. I am programmed for tactical optimization and morale reinforcement.
Cadets, before you can fight for freedom, you need to understand who you're fighting for. Super Earth. This is the shining beacon of freedom that keeps the galaxy in check. Its government is fueled by a seamless voting system, but it is in constant danger from the enemies of democracy.
Terminids want to eat it, Automatons want to destroy it, and Illuminate, well, they just want to burn the heart of democracy.
Our mission is clear. Spread democracy, one orbital strike at a time.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated.
You have the best chance of making it through your first drop without redeploying into a crater? Listen up. The Rangers of Super Earth Special Forces have tested and approved this starting loadout with 4 additional later game loadouts.
Learn to call in stratagems fast. Fumbling your code mid-battle is a one-way ticket to spectator mode.
Mission boosters give your squad an operational edge. More reinforcements, more ammo, higher health. Think of them as democracy enhancers.
To start you cadets off right, we encourage you to work towards the Hellpod Space Optimization, Vitality Enhancement, and Stamina Enhancement boosters to start. While many boosters are available later in the Helldivers Mobilization Warbond, these are the primary ones we recommend to focus on.
A couple boosters you might want to grab from Super Credit purchased Warbonds would be Localization Confusion in the Cutting Edge Warbond, Experimental Infusion in the Viper Commando Warbond, and Expert Extraction in the Democratic Detonation Warbond. Remember, Warbonds are your lifeline to better gear, complete missions, and earn medals. It's capitalism, but for liberty.
Reloading!
The Galactic War is where you make your mark. Every mission you complete pushes back the enemy and liberates more planets. Upon choosing your operation, you will choose between 3 missions, which generally are 2 40-minute and 1 15 to 20-minute missions. We would like to advise you, Cadet, that if you see a megacity, please prioritize those, as it will dramatically impact liberation or defense of a planet.
Sometimes, the best way to punch your enemy in the face is, well, in the face. Gambits work just like that. Instead of trying to defend the planet that's being attacked, it may be better to go to where our enemy is attacking from. We've had some such instances in the past, but they can be hard to get the fleet to act upon as a collective. Also, these only work if there's only one line of attack towards a planet. Yes, a planet can be attacked from multiple worlds, and usually this means the attacking forces are even heavier on the defending world. Sorry, that's a lot of attack and defense gibberish. Here's the idea. Punch them in the face.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready.
Ship modules are permanent upgrades to your vessel. Choose wisely, and your stratagem cooldowns will shrink faster than an automaton's courage in close combat. While there are many to choose from, we have some recommendations. The first two bridge modules are essential to combat effectiveness. Reducing your orbital call-in times makes even the orbital precision strike a mobile killer. The second module will allow your map to give you more detailed information. Past this, we recommend you build out whichever module fits your style more. Like calling in Eagle 1 for more support? Jump into the hangar bay. Enjoy keeping the enemy on their toes with more ground fire? Jump into the engineering bay. We also understand level 1 of all modules is rather easy to obtain. Don't be afraid to experiment. You'll have them all eventually, Helldiver.
Dropping a pin. South. 300 meters.
Now let's talk about those that wish to take our freedom.
Terminid. Fast, overwhelming, and smell like the inside of a Helldiver boot. Aim for weak spots and don't get surrounded. Of our enemy forces, the bugs have the most chaff enemy types of them all. This also means they are able to call in reinforcements often. Make sure you keep yourself moving and take out all bugs you can before they call in their nest for reinforcements. You have been warned. Hive guards are a slightly heavier bug. However, with a large chitin pieces covering their head and 4 legs, you can still shoot between the plates. But if you're having trouble with this, grenades, medium penetration weapons like the MG43 machine gun or Liberator Penetrator will help you with these chaff enemies. Brute commanders and alpha commanders may seem daunting at first, but that's due to their size. Really, just keep shooting. You can also shoot at their legs to slow them down. In fact, remember this for every bug you encounter. Slowing them down can save your life. Chargers have 3 variants, with one being slightly more armored and one announcing its presence with a spore cloud around as it walks. Shooting their butts with any weapons can down them, but we usually recommend explosive weapons like the Scorcher, explosive crossbow or a couple grenades. One shot to the head with a rocket like the recoilless rifle or expendable anti-tank will also kill them. Impalers are large, chitin covered enemies that have burrowing tentacles. You can shoot down the tentacles, but it's best to keep moving around them, diving out of the way until you can go for the face of the Impaler. That's its largest weakness. When these tentacles are deployed, hit it with any kind of fire to weaken and eventually kill it. Even small arms fire, the heavier the better. The last major threat on the Terminid front is the Bile Titan. These are the deadliest Titan class bug we fight against. One rocket to the head and sometimes hard and steady shot is a way to take them down quickly. But flamethrowers while underneath them, multiple grenades, heavy machine gun fire, all of these can take them down. If you pop the sacks underneath the Bile Titan, or BT for short, you can stop it from spewing acid. Sometimes luring it into a stomping melee attack is a way to take advantage of the time it takes to recover. Don't forget to dive underneath them if you need to. There are a few other bugs to worry about, like the Stalkers. These stealth-capable enemies are actually rather weak if you can pinpoint their head, but that is not always possible. Sometimes just laying covering fire is the way to take them down. Any weapons will work, it's just their stealth that causes them to be an issue. Find their nest and blow them up. That's how you ultimately deal with them. Now, there are 2 current variations of the Terminids. These include the Predator strain and the Spore Burst strain. While we won't cover this in detail, know that a well-placed bullet can exterminate them.
Automatons, heavily armored, and they will try to outgun you. Flank, disable, and rain democracy from above. Let's focus on weak points. For the automatons, nothing is more important. Even light penetration weapons can take out the heads and arms on Devastator units, or take out the driver on a Scout Strider by going around them. Heck, you could even shoot the legs off for any of the Strider variants with your basic AR-23 Liberator. But the Hulks? Tanks? These will take some more heavy firepower, for the most part. Hulks have a few variants, some with flamethrowers, some with rockets. You'll learn to tell the difference with time. Now, rockets will always be a good friend in any situation, but if you want to keep mobile, don't forget the trusty autocannon or anti-material rifle. Shoot Hulks in their eyes, a couple well-placed shots, and boom goes the metal slab. Tanks are much the same. Shoot them with a rocket, recoilless rifle, or expendable anti-tank at the turret emplacement on top, or go behind them and shoot their lower vents. Now, if you have some time and some good openings, shoot at the orange glowing vents, but know this is of greater risk, as this spins with the turret. You'll find this is common for the bots. They produce a lot of heat, so their weak points are easy to find. Elevated turrets are much the same as any tank we see. Except for one, but, well, maybe you should get down the basics first. Don't worry, all the stuff I said still works against these guys. Factory and War Striders are also major tanks on the field. Autocannons and anti-material rifles, or AMR for short, will purge these masses of metal. But rockets are your best friends here. Or, as is more preferred, work as a team. Take them down together. Weak points on a factory Strider include the red eye on the head or the large hatch on the belly. War Striders require a bit more veterancy. Going for concentrated fire on any major point is a good idea, namely right in the crotch. What? That's what it is!
The Illuminate autocratic think tanks that have turned our citizens against us, removing their freedom to vote. They are called the Voteless and have already fallen to the Illuminate mind control. Weapons free, Helldivers. The Illuminate may not have many types of enemies, but they make up for that in sheer numbers. The Voteless, their standard dregs, can be taken down by a good headshot with nearly any weapon or sidearm. However, if you have issues lining up headshots, go for their legs. Armor values on their chests can vary, so this is why legs and heads are important to call out. The Overseers appear heavily armoured, but looks can be misleading. Overseers use ablative armour, meaning the first few shots on a point of armour will explode that armour, taking the major brunt of force from that weapon. Anything from a rocket to a 9mm round will cause this response. After this, their chests, legs and arms are available to any type of fire. You can also aim for the heads with an anti-material rifle and take them out in one shot. Other weapons work fine too. The floating Overseers, they can also be shot in the jetpack and that will kill them. Flesh mobs are a combination of many voteless in one large abomination. Control is the general idea. Well, that and a lot of firepower. Pelt them with everything you have, especially if they get too close, and dive out of the way when they rush at you. Harvesters, the three-legged walkers, are not heavily armoured, but they do have a fair amount of life in them. A major weakness for them is any medium penetrating weapon or above to their leg joints, just where the leg meets the head. Focus fire on one side and they'll fall quick enough. Don't be fooled by that eyeball, it's not a generally good target. Stingrays are one of two flying capable enemy constructs of the Illuminate. They line up for a run before they attack and have to audibly charge up their attacks. Try to listen for it, dive out the way and hit them with anything medium penetrating and above. The Leviathan are the other flying construct at time of record. These have two options: ignore them and hope for the best, or take them down as a team, though you should try to focus all heavy firepower on one location on a Leviathan.
Remember, you're not alone. Even if High Command has limited tactical advice, the Rangers always have your back. To dive with us, just join the Discord link below and ping our LFG chat for reinforcements.
call out targets, share ammo, and never leave a sample behind. And, remember samples and super credits are shared, so undemocratically stealing them could land you in democracy camp, or worse.
And for the love of liberty, watch where you drop that Eagle cluster bomb.
Thank you for watching, cadets. You've taken your first step toward becoming a true Helldiver.
Statistical probability of you making it to veteran status has now increased. Slightly.
Join us on August 26th for dives, drills, and Project Enlistment. Our mission to meet, help, and train new cadets like yourself. Together, we'll spread freedom to every corner of the galaxy. See you on the front, Helldiver.